Hey again, welcome back to Daily Dose of Anime Recaps. In this video, we'll be covering episodes 1 through 4 of the series Battle Through the Heavens. The series takes place on the Do-Chi continent, a world where the art of cultivation reigns supreme. The residents of this land mainly absorb spiritual energy to help themselves ascend higher cultivation ranks. That said, there are 10 known cultivation levels in this world, with Do-Chi being the lowest of them all. Meanwhile, the highest realm happens to be that of Do-Di, which unfortunately is nothing but a mere myth in present times. All in all, it's a story about Xiao Yan, a worthless young master who suffers in humiliation after his arrogant fiancée terminates their marriage contract. Previously, the boy had been a rare genius, but suffered from an unknown setback some time ago, and is nothing but mere trash these days. Thankfully, things take a turn for good once a mysterious expert offers to let Xiao Yan become his disciple, and therefore bestows the boy with his personalized tutelage. From then on, he continues to make wondrous achievements, allowing him to ascend the ranks of strong and eventually become a peak expert himself as well. Anyways, that's enough spoilers for now. To learn what happens in detail, keep watching. In the initial scene, the good-for-nothing Xiao Yan is being ridiculed by his peers at Xiao family. Interestingly, Xiao Yan was considered an unprecedented heavenly genius not long ago. The boy had kickstarted his cultivation journey at the age of 4, and even successfully reached Do-Chi realm's peak by the time he was 11. Regrettably, due to reasons unknown, Xiao Yan's cultivation hit a dead end some 3 years ago. Eventually, his rank started to regress, until he was reduced to nothing more than a mere rank 3 Do-Chi. Ever since then, Xiao has been bombarded by tons of criticism on a daily basis. Meanwhile, even his dearest friends turned their faces and started giving him the cold shoulder. That's about the case for today as well. Turns out, the Xiao clan's monthly rank assessment event is underway at present. Sadly enough, Xiao Yan is assessed as a worthless rank 3 Do-Chi yet again, resulting in him being showered with even more criticisms and ridicule. The chief elder's son, Xiao Ning, especially seeks great pleasure from belittling Xiao Yan and making a mockery out of the so-called heavenly genius. What saddens Xiao Yan most is how Xiao Ning's younger sister, named Xiao Mei, continues to turn a blind eye towards him. Not long ago, the same Xiao Mei wouldn't stop pestering Xiao Yan, wishing to train and spend time with him 24/7. Her way of interaction obviously took a U-turn once Xiao Yan's cultivation started to decline. Soon after, Xiao Mei is assessed as a Do-Chi rank 7 cultivator, proving that she's now miles ahead of him. Just then, Xiao Yan's childhood sweetheart named Xiao Shuner arrives. Shuner starts to encourage Xiao Yan without a moment's delay or hesitation. Apparently, she's the only one who still looks up to Xiao Yan and isn't bothered by the fact that he's practically mere trash right now. Soon after, Shuner places her hand on the ranking stone and is identified as a rank 9 Do-Chi. Hearing the results, Xiao Shan becomes even more discouraged, deeming himself as unworthy of the lovely and talented Shuner's affection. In the meantime, a heated discussion is taking place at the Xiao family's hall, some distance away. Turns out, leaders from the two other big families have joined hands together against the Xiao family. The crooks are busy fantasizing about usurping the Xiao family's market shares in such a way. Things don't go as planned though, since the Xiao family's head, Xiao Zhan, who's also Xiao Yan's father, soon reveals news of his son's marriage contract with the Yunlan sect's Nalan Yanran. The girl in question happens to be a cultivation prodigy as well, and is currently the sole disciple of Yunlan sect's leader. As a result, the news leaves Jia Li Bai and the other family head flabbergasted, both knowing the consequences of ending up on Yunlan sect's bad side. Unfortunately, the Xiao family's advantage doesn't remain for long though. As it happens, the aforementioned Nalan Yanran comes looking for Xiao Shan not long after. After greeting her soon-to-be father-in-law, the girl astonishingly gifts him with a rare Qi collection pill. Said pill allows one to break into the Do-Zhe realm with 100% success ratio. Xiao Shan is flattered at having received such a precious gift. On the contrary, the other two family heads stare at the Qi collection pill with intense envy in their eyes. Alas, Nalan Yanran's next words baffle the audience soon after. Turns out the girl wishes to cancel her marriage contract with the good-for-nothing Xiao Yan, and has already obtained her sect master's consent in this regard. The bold statement leaves Xiao Shan shell-shocked and full of despair for a minute. After all, having the marriage contract canceled was a lifetime shame in the Do-Chi continent. That said, the Qi collection pill was merely intended to compensate the Xiao family for their loss of prestige. Just then, Xiao Yan barges into the main hall and introduces himself to Nalan Yanran. Seeing his pitiful look, Yanran Yan triples her offer. Now, instead of 1 chi collection pill, she's willing to offer 3 of those. What's more, the girl even willingly offers to refer Xiao Yan for training at the Yunlin sect, bestowing him with a chance to regain his lost cultivation. Indeed, the offer's quite tempting, such that even Xiao Yan falls deep in thought. However, Xiao Yan's next declaration leaves the audience gasping for breath in astonishment. Instead of accepting the alms offered by her, Xiao Yan instead threatens to divorce Yan Ran in an active manner. By doing so, the boy hopes to destroy himself along with the girl opposite, since a divorce is shameful for both parties in question. Before the matter escalates and a riot breaks out, Nalan Yan Ran speaks up and offers a form of truce. Turns out the girl's willing to grant Xiao Yan a relief period 3 years. In that time span, he may continue to train crazily and finally have a duel against Yan Ran at Yunlin sect. Xiao Yan's defeat equals the extermination of the marriage contract. On the contrary, in case some miracle does happen and Xiao Yan wins the duel, it'll result in Yan Ran becoming his slave girl for the rest of eternity. Xiao Yan accepts the offer, of course. After all, doing so would buy him precious breathing room for growth, plus also grant him a chance to settle today's humiliation tenfold. The Xiao elders, as well as the rest, are doubtful of their worthless young master's ability to win the duel. According to them, the Xiao family's eventual destruction has only been delayed thanks to Xiao Lan's stupidity. Simply put, the ignorant kid chose to fight a hopeless battle while also depriving the family of 3 precious qi collection pills. Later on, Xiao Ning corners Xiao Yan at the bridge outside. The bully is seething in fury at having lost the opportunity to monopolize one of those 3 pills for himself. As a means of vengeance, Xiao Ning utilizes his sly tongue to incite his weakling young master to a brawl. Xiao Yan at Do Qi rank 3 obviously isn't a match for Xiao Ning, who's at rank 8. As a result, Xiao Yan continues to get bruised and is beaten black and blue from the consecutive rounds against Xiao Ning. Thankfully, Xuner arrives in time to rescue her beloved childhood sweetheart. Funny thing is, just one look from her and the previously arrogant Xiao Ning is scared witless, backing away instantly as a result. Afterwards, Xiao Yan is seen crying his heart out in front of his late mother's grave. Meanwhile, Xiao Shan witnesses his son's anguish from the sidelines. Previously, he had been thoroughly won over by his son's bravado at the hall as well. That said, Xiao Shan now makes an oath to continue supporting Xiao Yan no matter what. Interestingly, soon after his father takes his leave, the spirit of an old man named Yao Lao pops out of Xiao Yan's ring. Said ring had belonged to his mother previously and was later inherited by Xiao Yan after her death 3 years ago. Anyways, what's more astonishing is how Yao Lao offers to be Xiao Yan's mentor all of a sudden. The mysterious dude even promises to help the boy regain strength from his heyday within a year at most. Last but not least, the old spirit soul even boasts about being able to hand out D-level skills at will. As a side note, skills in Do Qi continent tend to be divided in 4 levels: Huang, Xian, Di, and Tian, with Huang level skills being commonplace everywhere while the formidable Tian level skills haven't even been spotted for centuries. That said, even most of the skills kept by the Yunlin sect are mere high-level Xuan skills at best. Knowing all that, it's only natural for Xiao Yan to doubt the old man's words. Thing is, the boy has matured a lot thanks to the past 3 years of misery, and isn't easily fooled by other people's bewitching words anymore. That said, even if Yao Lao truly is a peak expert and has several magnificent skills up his sleeve, why would he even bother teaching worthless trash such as Xiao Yan in the first place, huh? Simply put, there's definitely something fishy occurring behind the scenes here. The boy's suspicions are soon confirmed by Yao Lao, who states how he feels indebted to Xiao Yan after having been feeding on his Do Qi for 3 years straight. Yep, you heard correctly indeed. While residing inside the ring, the sneaky old dude had been devouring Xiao Yan's energy crazily, like a blood-sucking leech or something. Having recovered now, the old man wishes to repay his debt of gratitude by taking Xiao Yan under his wing and helping the boy become a peak master himself. Hearing all that, Xiao Yan bursts into fury, hoping to smother Yao Lao with his fists. After all, no matter how urgent, Yao Lao had indeed destroyed Xiao Yan's future by sucking away his Do Qi for 3 years straight. Regrettably, the useless boy ain't in any position to exact vengeance upon anybody at present. Realizing that, and knowing how quarreling about past grievances is meaningless, Xiao Yan instead shifts his attention to how Yao Lao can be of use to him now. The old spirit then reveals how he's a high-level alchemist as well. That said, so long as Xiao Yan can gather the herbs required, handing out a swarm of qi collection pills is but a minor minor issue for him. As a result, Xiao Yan willingly accepts Yao Lao as his master, so long as the old freak keeps his end of the deal by helping Xiao Yan accelerate his training. Unfortunately, the initially motivated Xiao Yan's hopes are watered down soon after taking a peek at Yao Lao's required herbs. The boy guesses about how the sum of all listed herbs probably won't cost anything less than 1,000 gold coins at least. With his current status in the family, providing even 100 gold coins is easier said than done. However, Xiao Yan soon pulls himself together and stops wailing about the lack of money. After all, it would be laughable if his death is brought about due to the lack of a few measly gold coins. Afterwards, Juner comes looking for Xiao Yan while he's still busy contemplating where to acquire those gold coins from. Noticing her presence, Xiao Yan first reveals his gratitude to Juner for having stood by his side during the past 3 stormy years of his life. Up next, the boy sheepishly requests for a loan from Juner in order to help him buy his desired herbs and ingredients, etc. Juner agrees instantly, of course, since even a mountain of gold coins seem lackluster when compared to her childhood crush, Xiao Yan. Though she does present one condition in return for the money, which is to let her accompany him when out buying whatever he desires. Obviously, the girl sees it as an opportunity to spend more time with her beloved. As a result, both soon venture towards the local market, where Xiao Yan ends up buying most of his required ingredients. However, the two soon guess how the pharmacy's shopkeeper is most likely to be one of the Jia Li's family's informants. With that line of thought, Xiao Yan instantly grabs Juner's arms and makes a run for it. As expected, the Jia Li family's henchmen soon come looking for Xiao Yan and attempt to block his pathway. Thankfully, both Juner as well as Xiao Yan himself turn out to be pretty athletic. That said, the two are able to evade the enemies easily and go into hiding after a brief chase. Later, once Xiao Yan has bought the last remaining animal core, he becomes annoyed at the Jia Li family's relentless pursuit. To vent his anger, the boy corners 2 of Jia Li's men, hoping to teach those annoying flies a lesson. Unfortunately, the enemy family's young master, Jia Li Ao himself, arrives and is able to push Xiao Yan into a corner easily. Juner intervenes just then, using her nimble self to bring Xiao Yan out of harm's way in time. Meanwhile, the perverted Jia Liao is mesmerized by Juner's beauty and offers to marry her instantly. Juner, of course, rejects the presumptuous idiot's advances without a moment's pause or hesitation. Afterwards, the Jia Li head becomes flabbergasted upon learning how Xiao Yan supposedly has the help of an alchemist. Realizing Xiao Yan's potential now that he's being backed by a mysterious alchemist, the ruthless Jia Li Bai instructs his son, Liao, to eliminate the threat ASAP. On the flip side, Xiao Yan remains unaware of the bounty put on his head by the sinister Jia Li Bai. Instead, the boy is fully immersed in learning alchemy from Yao Lao. Pretty soon, he's even able to conjure up a solid fire for alchemy purposes, despite being a mere rank 3 Do Chi. The feat astonishes even Yao Lao himself, who surmises how his newly acquired disciple apparently has great potential in alchemy as well. Unfortunately, Xiao Yan soon suffers from backlash and starts coughing up blood as a result of having pushed beyond his limits. Thankfully, the experienced Yao Lao is able to resolve the issue in due time and revitalize Xiao Yan. On the bright side, Xiao Yan even manages to elevate himself to Do Chi rank 4, thanks to his near-death experience. Later, after stuffing a heckload of food down his throat, Xiao Yan starts pestering his master to help him acquire new tricks. Yao Lao agrees and ends up teaching the vacuum palm as well as fire-blowing palm to his talented disciple. After a while, Xiao Yan gets bored from the continuous closed-door practice and heads out for a while. Soon he ends up bumping into Juner, who's currently preoccupied with beating the wretched Zhao Ning black and blue at the family arena. Juner is quite impressed after sensing how Xiao Yan's cultivation has increased by a minor level since they last interacted. She then even suggests for him to learn one of the decent Huang-level skills from the family archives. Xiao Yan accepts her kind suggestion and subsequently requests Yao Lao to help him master the technique in question. Yao Lao refuses, of course, since teaching mere Huang-level skills is beneath his esteemed self. Being a profiteer, Xiao Yan instantly challenges his master to cough out something better instead. Long story short, Yao Lao soon starts whiplashing Xiao Yan's body to help him toughen up and learn Yao Lao's Octane Blast, a high-level Xian technique. What's more, since the technique focuses on stacking the power from multiple shots together, its effects are actually comparable to a low-level D technique. Sometime later, Yao Lao instructs Xiao Yan to act resourcefully once more and help gather some cash for a couple of more pills. The cunning disciple soon comes up with an ingenious solution. Simply put, Yao Lao Lao is coaxed by the cunning boy to prepare a second-tier spirit solution from cheap alchemy materials. Turns out, seeing how rare alchemists truly are, even such a low-quality solution is no doubt capable of generating astronomical wealth at the auction house. With that line of thought, Xiao Yan soon dresses up as a mysterious hooded figure and arranges a spot for his master's solution at the nearby Matir auction house. Ya Fei, the beauty who's in charge of managing the auction house, personally checks the spirit solution's quality and is soon convinced of its value. What's funny is how Xiao Yan's father pays a visit to the auction as well, and ends up wasting tons of money on the said spirit solution, all for the sake of his beloved son. The Xiao elders are no doubt flustered at their family's hard-earned income being wasted on worthless trash. Meanwhile, Jia Li Bai himself sits there gloating at Xiao Zhan's misery some distance away. With his biggest competitor out of the way, the cunning Jia Li Bai effortlessly acquires the auction's most desired item, a wind attribute Xian-level skill. As for Xiao Zhan, as a father, he deems the effort as having been worth it. This wraps up the episode's end, and we're left pondering several mysteries. First of all, will Xiao Yan have the time to grow quickly under Yao Lao's tutelage? Or will Jia Li's men come looking for his head before due time? Furthermore, even with Yao Lao's support, does Xiao Yan truly have what it takes to beat Nalan Yanran? After all, the girl is unquestionably a prodigy from Jiama Empire's most prestigious sect, and therefore has the Yunlin sect's astronomical resources supporting her journey. That's all for now. We'll surely discover the answers within the next couple of episodes of Battle Through the Heavens. And in case you're a subscriber with notifications enabled, you'll learn as well soon enough.